Hi, hello, it's Nikki, and welcome to my messy bookshelves. So today I am back with another tag, and this tag is the Intimidating TBR Tag, and I was tagged by Pat at Book Chat with Pat. I don't actually know who created this tag because I could not find it, and I didn't see it listed in anyone else's video who I watched that did this tag as well. But this sounded like a very fun tag to do, and I am trying to catch up on my tags. So yeah, the first question is, what book have you been unable to finish? And this is a book that you will probably hear me talk a lot about because I think this book is my bête noire, and that is Moby Dick by Herman Melville. And this is a book that I have tried to read a couple of times, and I just don't like it. I know some people love this book and there's so much deeper meaning behind everything with this book. I don't know. I just can't. Every time I get started and we start, I normally like books with voyages, sea voyages especially, and I enjoy books that deal with life at sea, but I just can't get into this one, and maybe one day I will, but this is the one that is like, it is the one, if you know what I mean. Prompt number 2, and all of these are, what book have you yet to read because, for the next few prompts. So number 2, what book have you yet to read because you haven't had the time? You just haven't had the time. And that for me would be Les Miserables, and that is one that I tried to read with the group read with Classics and Company. When they did it, I think it was like a month or two ago. And I was enjoying it. I just didn't have the time. I was reading so many other things. So it is one that I eventually plan on reading, but it is one that I did not get to because I just did not have the time. So prompt number 3, what book have you yet to read because it's a sequel? Oh, this one. I can definitely say that that is Wise Man's Fear, and this is the sequel, book 2, after The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. And this one I wanted to read. I bought it in my ignorance. I did not realize that book 3, people have been waiting for that for years. And I am the type of person that I need closure. I cannot start a series if it is not finished. I cannot start a TV series or a book series. If it is not finished, it will drive me to madness if I don't know how it all ends. So I have been waiting to read book 2 in the Name of the Wind series for several years, and it is just sitting on my shelf patiently waiting for the day when we may possibly get book number 3. So we will see. Prompt number 4, what book have you yet to read because it's brand new? I don't think I have a choice for this one. There are none that I have recently bought that I am not reading. I guess I could say, but I am reading it, so I'm not intimidated by it. But Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, but I'm not intimidated by it. I am reading it. It's just very slow. It is new. It's one of my newer books that I've purchased, but I am reading other things at the same time. So I guess I don't really have an answer to this question. Prompt number 5. What book have you yet to read because you read a book by the same author and did not enjoy it? So for me, this one would probably be The Brothers Karamazov. And that is because I can't even really say that I did not enjoy it, but I did a buddy read or a read along with my cousin of Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, and it was not my favorite. I enjoyed the experience of reading it with someone else. I probably would not have finished it as quickly as I did if I didn't have someone that I was reading it with. So this one intimidates me because no one is reading it with me, and I know that a lot of the Russian books that I have read have been a little bit intimidating. So I have enjoyed them, but some of them are a little bit much, you know? So the Brothers Karamazov. Prompt number 6, what book have you yet to read because you're just not in the mood for it? And for me, that one would be the one that I am reading right now, and that is The Tale of Genji. I have started and restarted this book multiple times because I just wasn't in the mood for it at the time. Right now, I seem to be in the mood for it, so maybe this shouldn't be on this list, but it has been the one that I am not in the mood for a while. Prompt number 7, what book have you yet to read because it's humongous? I think for me, that one would be Bleak House. I already find Dickens' writing to be a little bit intimidating because I haven't fallen in love with it the way some people have. I enjoy the books that I have read. I've only read 2 books by him. I think A Christmas Carol, The Cricket on the Hearth, the other stories in that book, as well as Great Expectations. But I did not fall in love the way some people have. And this one I'm just intimidated by because it is a very large book by him. I will eventually get into it, however. And the next prompt number 8. What is a book you have yet to read because it was a cover buy that turned out to have poor reviews? I honestly do not have an answer for this one because while I do purchase books, cover buys based on how they look, I am usually not deterred by the way people rate books because I know that there are books that I don't like that people love and vice versa. So I'm going to cop out on this one. Prompt number 9, what is the most intimidating book in your TBR pile? So for me, that would either have to be Moby Dick, which I talked about already, or The House of Leaves by Mark Danielewski. And this one is one that I only tried to read it once. I got a few pages in, and I just kept hearing people talk about how strange it was, and not in a good way. The few people that I talked to that have read this book said that it was very difficult to read because of how it was written. And yeah, I think just all the talk around this book being such a uniquely written book, the way that, you know, it's constructed very weirdly. I think that is what has caused me to pick this as my most intimidating book on my TBR. But yeah, that's it. Prompt number 10 is to tag others, and I tag anyone who is interested in this tag. If you have some books that you thought of right off the top of your head when I read those prompts out loud, I tag you. And also I tag Raspberry Reads, Sue Jackson, and The Literary Layer. So I really enjoyed this tag, and I thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.